Well, this is it, the final of Players' Championship 2, and I'm not quite sure about the Ferret as a nickname for Jonny Clayton anymore. Perhaps it should be the Groundhog, because in every single darts tournament that has taken place in 2021, Jonny Clayton has found himself in the final. Might be turning into the year of the Ferret, but will it be Groundhog Day? Or will we see Callan Rydz win his first PDC title, the 22-year-old from the Northeast? And I've got 99. One of the biggest stars of darts in the Northeast alongside me, Paul Nicholson. We haven't got anyone else in. Paul's still here.
Thanks, Murph. Yeah, it's a privilege to call in Callan's first PDC senior ranking final, and you never forget your first final.
40.
Go on then, tell us about yours.
Australian Open 2009, Coogee Bay Hotel against Robert Thornton. Well, that was my
97.
first win. My first final was the Australian Open the previous year against the same opponent, Robert Thornton.
43.
Enough about that. What about this? Callan Rydz, 22 years of age, reached a semi-final for the first time at the Winter Series, the back end of last year.
140.
The second time of asking, he managed to get through it in emphatic fashion as well. A 7-2 win over Nathan Aspinall. And he's flying the flag
134.
for Geordie darts at the moment, Paul.
Yeah, doing a cracking job with the likes of Adam Hunt and Chris Dobie. I suppose there's going to be some banter between Callan Rydz and Dobie. Callan will probably say, well, I'm the best player in the street at the minute, because they live in the same street in Bedlington.
59.
Which is, trust me, a hotbed for darts in Northumberland. This looks good. Just checking what he's got. 68 left.
100.
And these are the kinds of shots that you've got to scare in finals like this.
Is he up to it? It's a good guide. He's used it.
79.
Can't find the ball. Will it be an experience gathering final that Rydz is on the wrong end of, or can he
40
win at his first attempt?
Single 7 for tops.
Game shot.
Oh, that's central, right in the middle, and that'll settle him down in this final. First to 8, of course. A nice steady hold of throw, and it doesn't matter that it was only 20 darts. Something
100.
to build on.
You reeled off a few names from the Northeast there, Paul, but it's actually a very exclusive club, isn't it, of players
100
from Newcastle and the surrounding areas that have actually won PDC title. Do you know any?
Ryan Joyce last year picked up his first title
95.
at the Summer Series, beating Dave Chisnell. I managed to net 4 of them.
140.
Chris Dobie's had a lot of close calls, and some great players from the northeast of England have given it a shot.
134.
Like Mark Stevenson, Robbie Parker, Kevin McDine. They've all come pretty close.
140.
But I can definitely tell you that Callan wants this. He's been through the mill emotionally over the last few months, losing his gran. And I know he wants to win it for her today.
140.
And he is battling that, while Clayton will have that relaxed attitude you were talking about in the last match.
57.
Double 16 then to level up after 2 legs.
Game shot.
Just in the bottom corner for Jonny Clayton, but it doesn't matter where it goes in as long as it does.
135.
Well, Rydz's run to this final started off in sensational style. He was forced
100.
to a last leg decider by Russia's Boris Koltsov, produced his best performance of the afternoon in that one, averaging 102.7.
56.
He's since seen off a couple of Smiths, a Suter, who was playing really good stuff, Ian White, and then that one against Nathan Aspinall.
I think we're going to have to watch out for Alan Suter this season, after what we've seen the first couple of days of the season. He's been so good.
Yeah, the Smiths I mentioned as well were not Michael. He was beaten by Josh Payne earlier. The other two, Ross and Jeff.
180.
As Clayton just piles on some pressure here, starts to ask a few questions.
135.
That's a good dent in the 170, that's for sure. Well, Clayton loves a 1-2-1. More so now. Bullseye! Oh, he loves a 1-2-1 even more. Just putting his name on these numbers at the minute. Johnny Cash Machine strikes again.
I'll tell you what, he's edging towards £100,000 already this year, isn't he, Jonny Clayton? Won 60,000 at the Masters.
80.
Picked up 6 for being runner-up yesterday. Has earned at least that again today. Another couple of good days, and he could
100.
be taking his tally to that amount. Not bad work. Not a bad monthly salary, is it? And of course, he will have surpassed that by the riches that he will get from securing
59.
a spot in the Premier League.
Absolutely. Couldn't happen to a nicer fella. I know it's a bit of a cliche for us to say that, but the fact of the matter is everybody loves Jonny Clayton.
Joe Cullen said as much in his interview last night. Nobody has got a bad word to say about him. Callan Rydz might have 1 or 2 for a few minutes after this match if it goes the way that it looks like it might be starting to.
Well, as they say up in Bedlington, way not
100.
likely. Clayton's got to make sure that if he misses the 60, he doesn't go above.
59.
It's really difficult for him to sneak it underneath with the understacker. He likes to sneak them over the top, which is in direct contradiction to what Callan likes
90.
to do. It's a nice double switch from Callan, but even not on a finish, Clayton should be favourite for this leg from here.
Just talking about Geordies in darts, and the new pull out the phrase, the understacker in their accent.
Yeah, can't forget about Sid Waddell, who was a Northumbrian. Just down the road from Bedlington, 91. Actually, in Ellington Village.
Big impact, that part of the world. Callan Rydz might be about to have a big impact of his own in the world of darts, but Jonny Clayton intends to stop him today.
He's doing a very good job of that. Clayton didn't play his best stuff in the semi-final, but has rediscovered something else, and Rydz is going to need more of that, I feel, if he's going to stand a chance against Jonny Clayton right here.
Well, that takes his tally for the afternoon to 16.
140.
He is one of those players who I think has the potential to be a massive maximum hitter. At times, his darts are very, very tightly grouped together.
He's been playing top-level darts for quite a few seasons. He's risen through the youth ranks within the BDO, then obviously used the development tour and the challenge tour to their full potential. And now in senior darts, he's starting to bear fruit here. But he's by far
57
away from the finished article. There's so much more to give with Callan.
Jonny Clayton just won't give him a moment's peace.
139.
Couldn't complete the perfect visit, and it just does allow Rydz a little bit of breathing space, but he needs to find a
60.
treble.
Again, he's the one not on a finish, and he might be favoured from here. He's forcing Rydz to take out these ton-plus shots. It was 151 in the last leg. He wasn't able to do it. This one is a lot easier. 16s, a single for tops.
84.
Oh, that would have looked good when it left his hand. Just comes up short, and Clayton looks to strike once more. Again, it's 20 for tops. Deja vu.
58.
Not quite.
A chance then here for Callan Rydz to just
game shot,
claw himself back into contention. That's exactly what he does. Just starting to get the feeling that if Clayton had won that leg, Rydz might already be thinking, well, this is a learning curve for me. I got to a semi-final last year, and then the next time is when I won one, but he's very much in this final.
You mentioned the influence of the northeast of England on PC darts. I don't think we can go any further without mentioning the great Tommy Cox. Of course, he's no longer with us. His brother Eddie, who sadly we lost over a decade ago, but 43. Even the people like Graham Fairhurst, the current tournament directors from the great town of Blythe, my former home, and the likes of Keith Bisbee and Gary Wood, who still officiate within 91. The PDC system. They've all had their part to play when it comes to the rise of this game.
Absolutely. We were talking about yesterday, the Welsh darting
140.
dynasty that have been dominating of late. Jonny Clayton part of that with Gerwyn Price. It's interesting how you do get these
140
hotbeds at different times. Now, can Clayton find the requisite beds here? Not on this occasion, but again, it's one of those three-figure outs.
58.
Who's Jonny Clayton been practicing with? When does he ever go 2 treble 19s for double 12 for 138? He's been getting the calculator out, hasn't he? Well, Callan just off
90
on the old navigator there for 60 and bull for the 130 conversion. With Jonny is going for double 10. Double 5, big shot.
70.
And Callan's in here to equalise.
And this would put the match effectively in his favour. Double 10, hitting the last leg.
Game
hits
shot.
it again. 3 apiece, but Rydz has the darts. And you asked me the question, I think it was yesterday or earlier today, they all blend into one, Paul, about what darts players might have been doing in the last few
91.
weeks. It looks as if Jonny Clayton has been sharpening up the arithmetic.
Has he been learning online with the kids?
The only time we've seen him miscount
59.
over the last couple of days is when he thought that he only had to get to 6 legs in the semi-final.
He's been going to those Zoom classes, hasn't he, with the maths going on? That's what he's been doing. Well, Callan,
140.
he hasn't been doing that. He's been getting out on the BMX, doing a bit of stuff on the old skate tracks. You seen any of his tricks online?
I've not, but I've heard.
It's quite good.
100.
Well, they have to be good, because if it goes wrong, it could hamper his darting career, couldn't it?
Yeah, I did say it to him a couple of days ago. Don't be breaking any
100.
more bones. You've got some cash to make this season. You've got a legacy to start, and it hasn't gone too badly for him the first couple of days.
I'll tell you what, it's not going too badly in this
60.
final. All of a sudden, Rydz is starting to take the initiative. He's got 6 darts from this 170.
134.
He is quick, isn't he? Call him the Riot.
58.
He will be in the lead if he hits double 18.
Game shot.
He is in the lead. He's halfway to glory. Halfway to denying Jonny Clayton a title. He could have had the possibility of 2 titles, of course. One has been lost.
140.
The other one is going to be hard to find with Rydz playing this well.
As we said, played well towards the end
60.
of last year on the floor. Didn't quite happen for him at the World Championship. It's disappointment for Rydz there, but he's back with a bang.
Many a player has faltered against James Wade.
140.
He did, of course, have a very good win against James Bailey of Australia.
57.
Just the one meeting between this pair, which Clayton won. But not recently, and both men are
140.
very different players.
Yeah, I think that's very accurate. 3.5 years since that meeting, and Callan has
100.
grown up a lot, and Clayton has blossomed more.
Won a lot.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to go the 12 bull route, so sensibly goes for the treble 10
49.
and narrowly misses the double 16.
Well, we went all the way yesterday. You get the feeling we're going to go all the way again.
180.
And this leg isn't over yet. If Clayton falters, Rydz is asking the question.
Game shot.
But what do I know? Clayton's never going to falter on double 16. He loves it down in the bottom left corner.
We might only be halfway through this
85.
final, and I don't mind that at all. I'm sure you don't at home. An excellent Friday evening's entertainment.
140.
Will Jonny be cashing in again at the end of this match? £10,000 to the winner.
58.
Don't forget, we've got 2 more days of this. The action from the Super Series, the first of these Super Series weeks.
55.
Well, 1 9/10 of the way into Super Series 1. I think we can safely say we're starting to see who is
60.
on form to start the season and who isn't. Who has struggled the first 2 days. And I think we'll talk more about that tomorrow from 2 p.m. British time, of course.
91.
But if Rydz wants to get to a finish from here, he's going to have to find 2 trebles. Switch needed.
134.
Very, very good indeed. Knows his apples, does Mr. Rydz, because he knew that by switching to the 19s, he was going to leave 164 with 619s. Really, really intelligent.
65.
2 big ones on offer. Upstairs now, just tidying it up. Nicely done, Jonny Clayton. Looking for 150. We did see him take it out yesterday, but he's not going to do it in this final. And Rydz remains
100.
In control for the moment.
Can't afford to make mistakes at this point in the final.
Game shot.
And he's not making mistakes. When he's getting chances, he's closing them out. And what that's saying to Jonny Clayton is that I'm ready to keep doing this.
59.
It could come down to one mistake this match if it materialises the way it has the last few legs. You've got 2 very sharp players
57.
doing what they've been doing all day, but one key mistake or one piece of magic could decide this title.
140.
I have to say I'm very, very impressed with the way that Callan Rydz has felt his way into this match.
123.
And now he's just playing it like any other match. He was 3-1 behind, don't forget. Clayton had the chance to lead 4-1, but Rydz has turned it around and put it in his favour.
56.
More evidence from Clayton that he's been doing the homework. 18's first on 302. He'd usually at a 114 leave 162.
The homeschooling
90.
paying off for Jonny Clayton, who has been top of the class so far this year.
60.
The darts are starting to fall on the wrong side of the wire for the Welshman. And they are in the right bed for Rydz.
180.
Very, very well timed 180. A guaranteed shot at 51.
100.
This is a huge opportunity for Callan to go 6-4 up.
Is he feeling that? Chooses
Game
his
shot.
favourite double and sticks it dead centre. Could not have been any more perfectly pitched. And now Callan Rydz has this tournament in the palm of his hand.
100.
Trying to emulate Rob Cross, of course, being a challenge to an Order of Merit winner to then go on to win a Players' Championship title. Rob Cross did it quite quickly.
140.
Within a few months. Callan, of course, won that Order of Merit some 15 or 16 months ago.
54.
But has had a very steady first year on tour, and if he can win another couple of legs here, we're going to have to start talking about him, you know, threatening other tournaments
100.
on the big stage.
We were talking about the effect of having these events in successive days, and I think the Winter Series really helped
95.
Callan Rydz, because he wasn't in the World Championship and Players' Championship finals going into that series of events, and he played really well there, and the confidence and the experience that he must have got from that
60.
is coming to fruition here.
Look at the win for Ryan Searle last year. What that did for him, it got him into loads of stuff. Grand Slam, Grand Prix, match play.
125.
Could we be saying the same about Callan over the course of the next 10 months? Well, Clayton's not finished yet. Got to go south.
139.
Great visit, but it's in Callan's hands, and it feels like it has been all game.
He's ready. The bullseye.
102.
He wasn't far away.
That's 2 shots that the bullies had in this match, and they've both hit the same spot. 1 dart for Clayton at 32. Lethal,
Game
right
shot.
in the bottom echelons of that double 16. And he's clinging on to Rydz. This is a great match to watch.
Well, that's the second time that we've seen one right in that bottom corner of that target. As an opponent, Paul, when you see
43.
a player do something like that, you must be thinking, you jammy swine.
Something along those lines. I remember a couple
95.
of finishes that Phil Taylor hit against me in the quarterfinals of the European Championship. One was a 1-2-9, the other was a 1-3-8. And both of them, I think I
99.
was biting my lip and my tongue at the same time. And I wasn't convinced the 9-9 on the 1-3-8 was in, but it was.
Look, it's minuscule margins. If you throw it in the
100.
target you're intending to hit, then you've pitched it well. But it's interesting, isn't it? Particularly on those ones round the curve that you're aiming for the middle, you can miss just outside the wire, and you've actually thrown a better dart than the one that Jonny Clayton just hit with then.
Yeah, this is why you leave the shot on the outer ring as opposed to the bullseye shot, because you have a margin for error.
71.
Well, Jonny Clayton has still got the darts in this leg. And that's a great 140.
140.
82 is a very attractive number when you're playing this well. You know you're going to guarantee a shot at tops at worst.
100.
Well, what does he get? It is the one dart at tops.
Game
and he
shot.
hits it. And he levels up. Callan Rydz has the darts, but a couple of minutes ago, he was looking a much more promising prospect than he might be feeling now.
140.
Well, this is turning into what I like to call an Apollo Creed game. If Callan Rydz is to win that first title, he's going to have to do it the hard way.
Well, you said he was going all the way again, and we're certainly giving viewers value for money
85.
this week. A full quarter of 15 legs played in yesterday's final. We could well be on course for that again.
Got to be a 180 for Clayton. That lie was so delightful. And he's starting to kick into gear again.
99.
This game has been in the hands of Rydz. He's had the shots, but the scoring from Clayton is starting to intensify.
140.
And it's a question of how can Rydz hang on.
Yeah, one of the least intimidating
100.
characters, Jonny Clayton, but his darts may just be intimidating his opponent now. Power scoring. And clinical
Game
finishing. Shot. And Jonny Clayton has turned this final on its head and is now throwing to win his second title of 2021.
Just an amazing leg, has to be said. A 12 darter against the throw with that timing.
40.
Absolutely exemplary from the man from West Wales. And you can see in the background how much he hates that visit.
57.
Very much I was talking about yesterday with Cullen starting the last leg of the contest. Came out with a 140. That really settles you down. But then again,
180.
that will settle you down.
A knowing nod from Callan Rydz in the background there. He knew the door was open. He didn't walk through it.
81.
And Jonny Clayton has punished him to the hilt.
Well, Callan Rydz has not played badly in this final. It's just this spurt right now, this red-hot spurt
100.
from the World Cup winner is what's put him in this position.
If he does lose this final, Callan Rydz, he can take nothing
96.
but heart from the way he's performed today. Has to build on it like he did that semi-final when he fell at that stage at the end of last year. Got past that hurdle this afternoon, and he's
97.
been a big part in a really, really good final here.
Very much so. Got to get to a finish here to stand any chance. Max it up.
140.
Very unfortunate not to, but it's 84. Knows about 84. Clayton for the win.
On the ball.
37.
Pulled it low, and there's a chance here for Rydz just to keep this final alive.
Seen a lot of 1-2-7s gone for today, and he's had a crack at this already in this match. This is huge. Bull to stay in it. Oh, Rydz with a bit of magic. Just to stay in this final, he produces probably his finish of the day.
Devastating darts from Callan Rydz inflicted on the
91.
ferrets. What a shot that was. 127 to keep the game alive, particularly having missed the treble with the first dart, knowing he had to be absolutely perfect with the following two. Callan Rydz is not ready to give up this fight.
60.
He's not ready to give up this final.
Yeah, don't underestimate how good that treble 19 was. That was right in the middle. But that bullseye that he scared a couple of times in this final
140.
and failed to hit it, he comes up with it third time lucky. And he starts 91, 140.
140.
And it's tight all the way again. We do nothing but drama here at the Super Series in Bolton.
83.
In terms of standard, certainly superseded what we saw yesterday. A scrappy one between Clayton and Cullen, admitted by the
45.
victor Joe Cullen 24 hours ago. This has been a high quality scrap, and maybe it's one that's going the way
100.
of the man who's playing in his first final.
He loved that last start, make no mistake. Got him to 87.
140.
Oh, that's a beautiful last start from Clayton. The pressure's so much bigger because of that last start, but it's Rydz for the win, and he's got 2 darts to win his first title. One is missed, and the other one is hit. Callan Rydz has won his first senior title in the PDC at the expense of the Ferret. It's Northumberland 1 and Wales 0 in this final. He's going to be so happy and so emotional when he talks to Dan Dawson, Chris Murphy.
Yeah, Rydz reigns supreme at Players Championship 2. Jonny Clayton beaten in the final for the second successive day. Look what it means to Callan Rydz. You don't need the interview to know what it means, but we are going to hear from the winner anyway. His first final, his first victory. Callan Rydz, a champion at PC2. We're going to hear from him with Dan Dawson.
Callan Rydz, PDC title winner. How does that feel?
Oh, it feels amazing. Wow. Wow.
Callan, you're good at darts. Get better at the microphone. Hold it near your face.
First time.
No, that's right.
I've played well all day, to be fair. Took my chances when I got them. That 1-2-7 I think was massive in the final.
How did you hold it together there? Because you were trailing, you turned it round, you looked like you were in charge of that game, and Ferret came back at you. Did you feel the chance had gone? You got a dart for the title.
Yeah, my heart's still going now, mate. But no, I felt confident all day. I think the game I thought I could really go on and push. I played Alan Suter in the ball final, and to be fair, he should have beat us, and I stole it in the decider.
Yeah. Just let the people see you're the champion today. They want to see this man who's done it. Is that the third time you've faced a match dart today? Did Boris Koltsov get one in the first round, and then Alan Suter, and then Jonny Clayton? But even though they got 1 dart, I think, in each of those, was it? You've managed to find a way to win those tight games.
Yeah, I think last year I was losing them games 6-5, and now I'm a bit more experienced, and I'm happy with the way I've played today. I'm just been consistent.
You played some good stuff yesterday. Went out in round 2, a couple of 99 averages. Today you're averaging 95 plus for the whole day. Like this is that can win you things. Did you feel that this was a possibility when you came here this week to Bolton?
To be honest, I've only practiced 2 hours since Whaley beat us at the Worlds. I haven't really bothered with much or nothing like that. I put a couple of hours in the other day, and that was it. And I'm happy with the way I played yesterday, and I said to my manager this morning, or last night, I said I feel like I could win one of these.
Are you still playing with a load of metal and stuff in your foot? What's the situation? Because you are the bionic man right now.
Yeah, I do need another operation, but it's just when I've got a month or 2 to rest it up.
What's this mean to you to finally do this? You'd won on the development tour, you'd won on the challenge tour, but to win on the PDC senior tour, what's that mean?
It means I'm the best player in the street derby.
Chris Davey, I hope you're watching. I would imagine he probably is. Ryan Joyce has picked one up now. You've picked one up. Still waiting, Chris, still waiting. This is your dream, though. It took you long enough to get on the tour, but now you actually won one. What does this mean? Do you think this is just another step that you needed to take to continue growing as a darts player? I mean, what is the ultimate goal?
I mean, obviously everyone that plays darts wants to be world champion, but it's baby steps. I've took loads of baby steps going through Q school and not getting through, winning on the challenge tour last year. I didn't have a good start of the year, obviously. Bad news with my grandma, but it's all behind us now, and I'm just taking every step as it comes now.
I know that your family's been a big part of you getting here. I mean, for all the people who are watching back home, I mean, this is vindication for all the support and...
Oh, big time, yeah. Obviously, last year I lost my grandma, unfortunately, and one of my best mates took his own life through depression, obviously with COVID, but to be honest, this is for them. It's a big thing for me, and I dedicate this win to them.
All right, well, nice words, Callan. Congratulations. You're a PDC title winner, beating Jonny Clayton for the second day running. We've had a last leg decider in the final. For the second day running, the Ferret has just missed out. He got a dart for the title today, but that man denied him. We are back for Players' Championship 3 tomorrow. 2 o'clock start once again here in Bolton. Jonny Clayton will be looking to make it 3 finals in a row. He'll be looking to actually win one. But Callan Rydz, a brand new winner on the PDC circuit following Joe Cullen, who won back-to-back after winning the last one last year. We'll be back tomorrow with another, £75,000 up for grabs. See you then.